you're making this a bit of a regular habit. That was an awesome win, and Greenslade was very, very close there at the end.
Yes, Jamie, I put the arm out and I thought, I might have been just a tad premature, but I didn't know till I came in here and the guys have told me, 0.5. So absolutely wrapped, Jamie, absolutely.
0.5, 0.05, 500ths of a second.
Yeah, mate, she was close, yeah. Those, I love those reverse grids. It's good fun. But yeah, it could have gone either way. As I've said before, cars, you don't know quite what they're going to do, or left or right. So no, extremely pleased, Jamie.
And of course, that's going to be a lot more work to do for race number 3.
Well, yes, because we're another second quicker, so we're just another couple of cars back now. But hey, I'll take the win.
Onto the grids for the handicap finale. Raymond Hart starts up front, 20 seconds back. We go back to Ross Wayne and Stephen King Turner. Jeff Washburn, another 32 seconds back to Russell Due. And the quick guys, of course, starting right back at the end of this field, and they're a full 60 seconds down on the first car away, and that is Raymond Hart. Nissan Skyline GTR from Timaru. Regular runner in the Kumo Sports Saloons. Next group of cars away. It's car 23, Wayne Ross. Car 13, Stephen King Turner from Nelson in the big black Chevy Camaro. And Jeff Washburn, of course, who featured in the second race.
Austin McKinley's on the front. Austin McKinley, to my knowledge.
There's Raymond Hart already working his way off the hairpin, on board with Chris Hatton again. The Hatton Horsefloats Camaro. Alongside the number 20 Mazda Batmobile from Tony Stewart of Wellington. Hatton already all over the back of McKinley, down into one. Handicap start as yet. We still haven't had the quick cars away as McKinley looked like he's got some problems off the start. Laine Etwell blast past on the outside. There's Stewart. Very, very quick North Island-based Mazda RX7. Mark Burgess is the next car behind him. No sign of Cameron Jones in the LJ Hooker RX7. There's Darren Greenslade in the little Toyota Starlet, car number 74, Hatton, Etwell. Tony Stewart, the Intergen number 20, Batmobile RX7. Just one of the 3 very, very quick RX7s based out of the North Island, along with Cameron Jones and the 56 of Mark Burgess. So Raymond Hart still with the race lead. Jeff Washburn will be next on track. Then we go back to Stephen King Turner in the 13, thundering down the main straight at Ruapuna. Sinister black Camaro. Racing out of Nelson, and there's the gap up to the leader already at the hairpin. Raymond Hart, just looking at the lap times, Raymond Hart lapping in the 136s, and the quick guys in the 126s, so he's giving away a good 10 seconds a lap to the quick cars, so that's a pretty quick little Nissan Godzilla. Jeff Washburn, next one through, then we go back to Stephen King Turner. Car 23, Wayne Ross, a distinctive orange Ford Mustang. Then it's the 92, Chev Camaro of Russell Due. And then the quick guys starting to make their presence felt. Mark Burgess under pressure from the LJ Hooker, number 2 NZ of Cameron Jones, Matt Cronin. That was Paul Williams back there in the 9. Morris Lubricants, C&M Auto Spares Camaro from Rangiora. Former Super Saloon racer on the speedway tracks around the South Island. He's now turned his hand to tarmac and circuit racing with the Oscars. Cameron Jones, current 2 NZ in the LJ Hooker. RX7 Turbo, 600 horsepower. Had a fantastic weekend at the last round of the North Island Championships at Pukekohe. Mark Burgess didn't have such a great weekend with some mechanical issues. So they're having a fantastic battle there on track, trying to fight their way through this field of Oscars. The final race of the weekend, round number 1. the 2008 New Zealand OSCA Championship, and the round brought to you by Hatton Horsefloats. Raymond Hart's dipped into the 135s, 1 minute 35.9. And the fast cars from the back coming through. Tim Rooney in the 127s. Andy Greenslade down in the 125s, 125.887. So 10 seconds a lap between this car and Andy Greenslade in the big Mustang Cobra. There's Tim Rooney battling there for position with Mark Burgess. Just pushes the Parker Store number 56 RX7 Turbo down a spot. The Sonata number 3 NZ Mustang Cobra. Matt Cronin, Andy Greenslade. Next through on the track is Jeff Washburn. Negotiates the sweeper. Still ahead of the 13 of Stephen King Turner. And the 23 of Wayne Ross. There's the race leader through pothole. So Washburn is definitely catching the leader.
The gap was 46 seconds last time.
Washburn in the 133s, Raymond Hart in the 135, so he's picking him up by a couple of seconds a lap. His through shot goes Wayne Ross. This is Stephen King Turner from Nelson. Russell Due from Fielding. New car for Russell this season. Beautifully presented Chef Camaro. He picks up a spot on the 13. As we go back on board, the Hatton Horsefloats, number 5 of Chris Hatton. He's going to pick up Turner off the exit of the hip, and he's on the wrong side for the right-hander. Now back for the left-hander, he should have the spot. See if he's got around the 13. He has. He picks up the position. Seen much of car number 21, that's Lawrence Knowler, who's leading the South Island Championship for the Oscars after the first few rounds. Finished 9th in the second race and didn't actually start this race, so problems for the points leader in the South Island OSCA Championship. Good battle here on track 23, Wayne Ross. 92 Russell Due. Here's Hatton looking down the inside. Problems here for Paul Williams and the Morris Lubricants Camaro. He has a spin trying to get back on the racetrack. Plows through the dust, so Paul Williams delayed. Hatton down the inside. On board the Camaro, down into turn 1. Next up ahead is the 23 of Wayne Ross from Christchurch, that orange Ford Mustang. Here's the replay, the incident with Paul Williams. Oh, I don't think he made contact with anything, but he loops up the Morris Lubricants Camaro. That's going to drop him back through the field. A tough weekend for Williams. He had a drive-through penalty in the second race of the weekend. As Hatton goes down the inside of Ross. That should be through to about the 3rd position, with Raymond Hart leading. Jeff Washburn second, Hatton 3rd. We're back on board with Chris Hatton working his way off the carousel. There's Laine Etwell back in that distinctive Pontiac GTO. Same body style as the Holden Monaro. That car's very, very unique in the fact that it's got a Toyota Lexus V8 underneath the hood. Leading GT3 class runner in the South Island this season. There's Tony Stewart having a pretty strong run here in the Intergen number 20. Beautifully presented race car. Tony Stewart racing out of Wellington. And they're starting to bunch up now, the handicap. Just starting to close this field up. Cameron Jones continuing his season-long battle with Tim Rooney. The 2 North Islanders going at it here in the South Island, round 1. The New Zealand OSCA Championship for 2008. Tim Rooney already with a race win this weekend. Race 2. Trying to work his way through this field. We're getting late in the race, just 6 laps.